The hustle and bustle of city life, people commuting, working, residents in motion, neighborhood kids playing. And yet, just a footpath away, in the heart of the city, there's a hidden oasis offering some much-needed downtime.
It's a spot of green in an otherwise very dense area of the city. It's beautiful.
Over 160 years ago, this space became Canada's first official municipal park, Queen's Park, named in honor of Queen Victoria, who reigned over England during the time when Toronto was still a British colony. Stretching over 40 acres, this green space has evolved into an enduring symbol of our city and the rich heritage of our province. From the towering eastern white pines, a salute to Ontario's early forest industry, a softwood lumber species that remains valuable to this day, to the fragrant royal rose gardens that commemorate Queen Elizabeth's Jubilee. Each element of the park tells a story. Placed across the grounds are numerous commemorative monuments, including this striking memorial honoring the province's citizens who served in military campaigns. Each image capturing a moment in time, dating back from Canadian Confederation to more recent peacekeeping missions. The overall footprint of Queen's Park is oval in shape.
That is, except here in the southwestern edge of the park property. You'll notice there's a kink in the roadway. Long ago, this would have been the banks of Tattle Creek, a natural waterway that would meander its way south towards Lake Ontario. Unfortunately, it had to be encased underground through a network of sewers because it was so polluted.
Back in the 1820s, this area of the city was a blend of ravine, proposed development, and farmland, some of which was owned by King's College, a precursor of the University of Toronto. The institution purchased 2 farm estates, totaling 170 acres, to build one of the college's earliest buildings. But almost 40 years later, the city entered into a 999-year lease agreement to use a portion of the land to create a public park, lighting a spark of what would be a public park movement in North America.
Very spacious. There's a lot of trees that I find really healing. Like sometimes I come here to take naps, which is really nice.
Writer and historian Charles Pelham Mulvaney described Toronto's parks as the lungs of the city, declaring Queen's Park is emphatically the People's Park of Toronto. It is the favorite resort of our city, a sentiment that for many still holds true today. Queen's Park became a cherished retreat, offering a place for residents to improve their health in what was considered, at that time, a very crowded urban area. It was also a center point for people to gather, for celebrations and demonstrations. Citizens would frequently deploy a speaker's corner.
But Queen's Park evolved and engaged the public in an entirely new way, almost 25 years after the green space was officially opened, with the construction of this building.
The Ontario Legislative Building, an architectural landmark that took 6 years to complete, with the first official legislative session occurring on April 4, 1893. While the seat of the Ontario Legislature, or People's House, is commonly referred to as Queen's Park, it is actually the land that it sits on that is being described. It is a green space that softens the edges of city living, a place where nature, history, politics, recreation, and democracy connect with each other, making it truly a one-of-a-kind heritage site. For the Legislative Assembly of Ontario, I'm Anwar Knight.